The election's over, now what? I can tell you by running a top real estate team in Tampa Bay, Florida, that many buyers and sellers kept telling my agents they're waiting till after the election to make a decision on real estate. I have no idea why, even to this day, and yet that is the public opinion. What I can tell you is since the election, the real estate market has been rock solid, going in the right direction. The psychology of the country is headed in the right direction from an economic standpoint. The stock market just exploded after the election, with stocks just climbing and climbing and cryptocurrencies going parabolically straight up. The real estate market firming up and getting very strong in certain markets. Now, what happens though in the future? This is that initial, thank God the election's over bounce. Well, moving forward for real estate, I've alluded to this in the past. Donald Trump is going to help deregulate the banking system so that banks want to lend money to the consumers. And he is going to be all over the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, to get more Fed cuts. He is going to publicly shame him. He is going to request meetings. There will be more pressure on the Federal Reserve than there ever has been in the history of the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates and make the U.S. economy strong. Now, what about the fears of inflation kind of capping interest rate mobility and things of that nature? Everybody is pointing to these tariffs. These Trump tariffs are going to cause inflation, and so much inflation. It's going to be crazy. You're going to see double the cost at the grocery stores. You know, it's amazing to me how people forget their history. Donald Trump was already president in the United States for 4 years. He already put tariffs on China and other countries. And guess what? When Donald Trump was president, there was not one single month of inflation over 3% in this country. So why would it be different now? I got news for you. It won't be. Always use history as your guide to see what's going to happen in the future. So a lot of these fears around all these inflationary policies that these left-wing media and economists are telling you are going to happen are probably going to be capped anyways, and they probably wouldn't have caused anywhere near the inflation that they think or are alluding to you to scare you that his policies would. So here's what I got to tell you. The best economies on the planet are when we have a split government in the United States of America. Right now, we don't. The Republicans swept the presidency, they swept the Senate and the House, right? So they've got all three major branches that runs the country. The US economy is going to do wonderful things in the next 2 years, but likely we're going to see the back half of Trump's presidency be even more spectacular because there is a 90% chance that the Democrats will either take the House or the Senate in that midterm election, and that is when the US economy always performs at its best when there's split government. I got news for you. We're going to have an amazing 4 years in real estate, especially here in Tampa Bay, Florida. There is so much money being poured into our economy here. If you live in Tampa Bay, Florida, buy a freaking rental property. You will thank me later. Let's go make some money. If you want to see more amazing videos like this with amazing information, just hit that subscribe button. Feel free to private message me. Let me know what video you want to see next. And of course, leave those comments and questions below.